And we are live. It's
Uh,
Ashley and Eli.
Hi guys. We went camping yesterday afternoon. I guess we left about 2.
So we're actually in Legacy Farms Coffee.
We have a place we call Lot 7, and we posted a couple pictures last night. I called Pedro. He's the guard at the house. Um, so we called him last night and asked him if he wanted some hot dogs. He came up and sat down. I'm like, no, but you got to put them on the stick and cook them. And so he got over there, and the guy moved a few sticks around, blew on it one time. Next thing you know, the fire had popped up going.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he told us that we didn't give it enough air, and so he roasted him a couple hot dogs. We heated up some corn,
Had some chips.
had chips, and so he actually got bread and mayonnaise and ketchup and all that good stuff. So I think he had a good time. And then he hung out for like an hour talking to us. But we cheated a little bit because we sent the guys up here to. We hadn't been here all year, so we sent them up here with hose, and they cleaned off all the grass and stuff and made it slick so that we could have a fire without setting the farm on fire. And then they went out in the field and cut us a big stack of sticks so that we could have a campfire. So then Eli and I loaded the truck up, set the tent up. We got just a little, I don't know if it's a 2-man, 3-man tent. And we've got some pots and pans, things like that.
And of course, our trusty companion.
Got Leia over there. Hi, Leia. And then we got our chest set. And so we're going to have church out in the farm. And so far, we're just sort of enjoying everything. This morning, my battery was dying, but I had a lot of opportunity to get some great bird pictures that I missed. And so that was sad. They were just all over the place. They're called orospindalos. I think we call them Oreos in the States.
Oh, that's what they are.
But they build these big communal nests and lay the whole flock lays eggs in there. But we've got tons of those guys out on the farm. There's been a huge woodpecker over here just tearing up a tree.
Yeah, he's just going at it.
But there were some toucans this morning.
Oh,
and something that screamed like, I thought it was a monkey. I don't know what it was.
I think that might be the toucans.
It could have been, I guess. Eli knows the birds better than I do.
I believe we have emerald toucans here.
Yeah.
Emerald toucans. They're very. We saw them the other day when we went to the
Copan.
To the macaw sanctuary.
Yeah, the rehabilitation and macaw rehabilitation and bird sanctuary. We saw a black owl.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot of really interesting birds.
There was the king vulture.
King vulture was beautiful, man. He was this odd-looking thing. He was just like, he's just, I don't know. He was beautiful and he was giant, man.
He was big.
But just waiting for us to die out on the side of the road so he can come get us. But yeah, there was quite a few predator birds that were hurt and injured. They actually had
like 6 or 8 barn owls, I believe.
Yeah, the barn owls are a weird looking little thing. They were sleeping on one foot.
It means they're more attentive, I believe, is what the lady said.
They don't relax as much if they sleep on one foot. And then the woman asked us if we wanted to come over and sit in this one spot.
And they were just birds everywhere.
I mean, just like 6 inches off your shoulder. And then we were watching one. I think we put it on.
Pollo Ray?
No, we put on the bird's name was There was one that came in and was so sick, all his feathers had fallen out, and the other birds had picked at him, so they called him Pollo Ray, which means king of the chickens. But you can hear that. I don't know if you guys can hear that woodpecker or not. But who all ever is watching? If y'all give a shout out, we'll recognize you a little bit. But yeah, so it was pretty exciting. But we came out here. We're going to stay till 3 or 4 or 5 today. We'll do church. We've got hamburgers in the cooler, so we'll cook hamburgers for lunch. And there's a guy down there now that they sort of draw straws on Sunday to see who works. And so they were, I think it's Alejandro, our new guy that's going to eventually run the farm. He is doing the patio right now. So we'll probably call him at lunchtime when we put the hamburgers on. Get him up and feed him some hamburgers.
Hopefully we have enough.
I went down this morning, made 3 pour overs full of coffee, And so I filled up my thermoses and all that, and brought them back up. So I've got a Yeti cup and then 2 small thermoses. So I'm working my way through those. And just we've had snacks. We had a really nice breakfast, and just sort of enjoying a little bit of nature. We hadn't gotten out and walked around much yet, but we will. And then we'll do church and lunch, and around 3 we'll start packing up or something like that. But we're just going to give an update. We posted a picture of Eli and I in front of this Popadora that takes the cherry off, and we were dropping the last 2 cherries into the machine. So the harvest itself is over. So now you go through, we got to finish drying. So the patio's full of coffee. So we've got to finish drying that coffee.
And then after that, we have to select the coffee.
Well, it ages for 90 days.
It ages, then we have to select the coffee. Then there's the trip to the port where we're going to ship the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally it ships, and then sometime, when would you say?
Usually 2 weeks after it ships, it's at within 2 to 3 weeks of shipping, it's actually at our place in Kansas.
So what do you say is like the ETA?
Normally it's July. Is normally when it gets there. We've still got about 95 bags of coffee from the 2023 crop. And because we age our coffee 90 days, our coffee lasts longer than most. And so we enjoy doing that, so that it makes
shelf life.
Yeah, it extends the shelf life of the coffee once it's green. And there's been reports and studies done on that. And so we believe that's true. And so we take that extra time. It does cost us a little bit because you have to rotate the coffee, and you have to run dehumidifiers and fans and all that to keep everything level for that extra amount of time. And it's more expensive to ship it because there's containers blowing out of here like crazy right now, versus in 2 months, 3 months, there'll hardly be any coffee containers going. And so it's more expensive to ship during that time.
True, but at the same time, if some of our coffee goes bad, that's even worse with running out of coffee.
So we're still going to sell whenever the 2024 crop gets in. It'll still sell. But last year we've had such good Perry Neyman Marciesa that were 87s, 88s. People are still wanting to buy those.
And also, I think we had Perry Neyman or Marciesa Natural that sold out so quick?
Yeah, the Marciesa Natural
had a really interesting flavor profile and sold out really quickly. So he did make sure to make some more of that. So he has some more of that for this year's crop.
I think we're going to have over 400 pounds of it. And last year we had like 90, and it just sold out within 2 or 3 days.
So yeah, hopefully everybody can get in line and get a little bit.
Yeah, we've already had a few pre-orders, and so we'll and we don't like to do too much pre-orders just because the lot could be bad. It could may not be the same as it was last year. But there's a chance we're probably going to do another podcast tonight, and it'll be probably around 9 o'clock Central, 8:30 or 9 o'clock Central. We're getting ready to come back to the States on Tuesday. So then tomorrow we'll be packing and getting things organized, and then we'll catch a ride to the airport on Tuesday and be back late Tuesday night. I won't do a lot of follow up on questions and stuff on Wednesday. We will do a podcast Wednesday night. We may be able to squeeze in a second podcast
Wednesday morning or something.
Yeah, Wednesday, say around lunch or 1 o'clock Central. We'll try to do a podcast, and then we'll do a podcast after church on Wednesday night.
And comment if you want to see a podcast from inside the Houston airport.
Yeah, we might.
Honduras airport.
Well, we'll probably do a couple lives on our way in. Just it's going to be a Tuesday, so our regular schedule is eating supper at Chick-fil-A. We have our United passes, so we're going to go in and check out the United thing.
I think we got it for free.
Yeah,
haven't been able to use it yet.
Yeah, you have like a United credit card, and with that, they give us those passes every year, and we've never taken the time to use them. And so,
but this year's the year.
We're gonna do our best this year. So we'll see if they'll let us eat Chick-fil-A and the United thing, and I think they will. I don't care.
Hopefully.
But everything is in Terminal B, and so if that doesn't change, then our flight's Terminal B, Chick-fil-A's Terminal B,
and the United Club's Terminal B, so we can wait it out in the United Club.
Yeah, so we'll be pretty close. So we'll keep you guys updated. Tomorrow will be just, getting everything ready day, shutting the house down. I'll be back in May, and so I'll be here for 2 or 3 weeks then.
And I think we'll both be back probably in July.
Yep, we're shooting for July. So July will be the 10th anniversary of the farm, of everybody us moving to the farm.
On the 19th of July.
On the 19th of July. And also, we've got this incredible group coming up from Mackenzie Church of Christ is coming up. And they are the first group. They went with my church back in 1998. So we're going to make a big deal about that. So it's going to be, that'll be their 26th year of coming to Honduras.
Wow.
It'll be my 26th year from the anniversary I came to Honduras.
That's crazy.
It'll be the first year they've come to the farm. We'll be celebrating 10 years on this farm. And it'll also be somebody's 14th birthday. So it is going to be a serious blowout during that week.
Yeah, that's a lot of anniversaries.
And we're expanding this area here because there's going to be a lot of young people coming with this group. So they're going to bring a couple of tents. So usually a lot of the groups will take off one night and go to the Valley of the Angels, which is a big tourist thing. So we're thinking instead of that, we're going to have a big cookout here. And if any of the guys that want to come and camp out can camp out. If not, it's just a short drive back to like a 5-minute drive from here back up to the farm where their apartments will be at. So they'll have those options. So that's the goal, to have a big celebration in July. It's our first full week mission team that we've ever had. We've had one come up for 5 days. These are coming up from a Tuesday to Tuesday.
And just a couple weeks ago, we had a mission trip for, how many days were there?
Oh, yeah, there were some people came up from Georgia. Georgia came up for a couple days. And so, it's a pretty exciting time. We're just now getting to where next week the contractor is going to start putting the roof on the children's classroom. And so we've got quite a few things happening. So once the roof is on, then we'll start buying some chairs and doing the floor, and then windows and doors. We're still about $2,000 short of having enough money for chairs, windows, doors, and all that, because those things are just so expensive here. But we did the windows so we could do the pre-built, windows. The doors are still a nice wooden door is $175. To build a not as attractive metal door, it's like $150 or something. So we'll have to make the call on which one we're going to do. But those are things that are pretty close to being done. So in May, when I come, I'll do all the plumbing and wiring in that building. It's pretty small, but they'll get to start using it. As soon as the roof is on it, they'll start using it as a classroom. They'll just bring the chairs down every Sunday. So that'll be the kids' classroom. So we'll give it a try, and we're doing the best we can. My wife said there was a couple $100 worth of donations, so that'll put us a little bit ahead too, that came in. So I've got to go to the bank tomorrow and pick those up. So that's sort of our update for right now.
Yeah.
So we'll do another live tonight for a few minutes, and here in about an hour, I'll post some pictures of the campsite, some stuff like that. After church, I'm going to have some time to just catch up on pictures on Instagram and Facebook. So if you guys have something you want to see, let me know.
Comment down below. Please like us.
Yeah, please like and share. We're trying to get that Instagram going.
Subscribe on YouTube.
As soon as we get back, we're going to run some kind of a sale on roasted coffee. So anybody that refers a friend's we're gonna work out some kind of deal. Let us know what you'd like, and we'll see if we can't make something like that happen. But we're trying to do a hey, we're back home. I'll be roasting on Thursday, so we'll start shipping out roasted coffee on Saturday. So we'll have some kind of a little sale between now and then, just to celebrate being back in the States. I think I came here on January the 6th. So I've been here for almost 3 months solid.
We were coming earlier than we actually did, but the first time our flight got canceled because of weather. Second,
Jonathan's
passport was out of date because somebody. Yeah, that was perfect. So so him and my mom had to run to Denver, Colorado, because they're the only that do the walk-in passports, and so they made that trip in like 2 days, and then we got in the plane and came here. So that was real fun.
Yeah, they went on a Monday, and then Tuesday morning y'all were on the plane at 6:30 heading this way.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was worried that y'all were going to miss it again, but United is awesome with things like that, and
yes, for sure.
Definitely give a shout out to United, and they've bumped me more times than I can think of up to first class, and
a shout out to all the United workers at the Wichita Airport.
All right, guys, we're going to shut down. It's getting time for our lunch here at about 1. So, and we're an hour behind you guys. Anyway, if you have any questions, shoot them to us, and I'll answer them quick as I can. Thanks, everybody that jumped on today.
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.